Good morning, everybody, and welcome to week 6. Oh my gosh, the class is three quarters done already. So now you have a sense of how fast this program moves, and you kind of hopefully are getting a chance to adjust your learning style and your studying plans and helping your family understand the commitment it takes to this program. So I'm about halfway through reading your midterm assignments. Folks have uniformly done a really good job. Many of you are already experienced interviewers, and even though some of you are first timers at interviewing, everybody's done a good job with the skills that we've covered in class. The thing to remember is to keep asking those open-ended questions. Keep following closely what the client is saying. So using the client's words helps you ask a question that follows what's important to the client rather than interjecting something that's important for you to know. And being able to help the client establish their own goals is another skill that we're going to continue to work on in this class. That's one of the focuses of this week, helping the consumer or the client group determine what their own goals are and developing SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T goals. And when you read the materials, you'll figure out what those initials stand for, and you'll just start developing SMART goals about everything in your life for practice, and then being able to use that with consumers. The other skill that we're looking at this week is scaling questions. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the sleepiest you've ever been in your life and 10 being the most alert and awake you've ever been in your life, how would you rate yourself right now? So there's lots of different ways to develop scaling questions. Typically we do them on a scale of 1 to 10. But for children, you might do it on a scale of 1 to 5. And for children and people who might have language impairment, you can set up visual scales for people. Last year, I think it was somebody put smiley faces on a clothesline with clothespins, and the kids could, it was in a class, and the kids could pick the smiley face off the clothespin and put it up by their name. So there's lots of different ways to scale questions. The reason for scaling is to help the consumer have an idea of what they can achieve, and for you to have an idea of how motivated the person is or what capacity the person has to achieve the goals that they want to achieve. So that's in our readings for this week, as well as our activities for this week. And what I've recommended is that you go back to the interview that you did and maybe role playing with the same person if you can, or role play with someone who needs to set a goal and help them set a SMART goal, and then use a scale to determine which goal they need to tackle first, what's the most improvement, etc. So the graded activity for this week is to post your best examples of SMART goals and scaling questions. So have that discussion within your discussion group. And then by Sunday night at midnight, October 4th, post your best examples on the wiki for this class. So I think most of you have the material in your interviews to go back and look at them and develop what you would have asked the person to help them develop a SMART goal, and what you would have asked them to develop a scaling question. Or you can start a new role play, or you can do role play with somebody else, or you can go back to the original person you interviewed and do some of that work as well. So there are some suggested activities this week to help you get to your best examples of SMART goals and scaling questions. I want to point out that on week 7, we're going to have another Zoom meeting really to go over the final paper, which is about goal setting and treatment and care planning. So I believe that's on October 7th. It's Wednesday, October 7th. So a week from this Wednesday, we're going to have just one Zoom meeting. I have a lot of extra work assignments at my J job with the VA that week, so I don't have time to do a couple of meetings. So again, I'm going to record that meeting on October 7th if you're not able to attend. So I hope you all have a good week. I'm reading 5-ish papers a day. So if I haven't, and I'm trying to read them in the order they were submitted. So folks who submitted later, your papers will come back to you later. So I will be posting, actually I'll be emailing your papers back to you with my comments embedded in the paper. So that's how you'll get your information and your grade. And once I've graded everybody's paper, then I'll post grades on Moodle. So again, I hope you have a good week. Take care of yourselves, drink lots of water, breathe, stretch, and take care of yourselves. Bye.